Hey everyone, welcome to the Coffee and Daydreaming Podcast, the podcast where dreams come alive and productivity gets a dose of caffeine. I'm here in Central Park. I'm going to pan the camera in just a little bit. It is a rainy day here in Manhattan. So, I'm like, no, I'm recording this episode no matter what. And I'm giving my listeners the best view. On the camera. Okay, naturally there's a weed whacker. Just naturally, trying to do my podcast in the rain before work. Like, all right, no complaining. Everything's a gift. Weed whacker. He's just whacking weeds in the rain. Okay, how's that a good thing? Good. Taking care of business. Just doing, do the job. You got to carry on whacking weeds. This weed whacker is the energy we're going into the day with. You got to whack the weeds, even though there are external factors that may be challenging. Today's theme a week in that I really wanted to dive deeper into it, and that is procrastination. Okay, I think us as creatives and entrepreneurial like spirits, we all deal with procrastination despite loving what we're doing. And that is the really confusing part, is that we love what we're doing, but yet we find ourselves procrastinating, which is really confusing. And I don't know about you, but for myself, I'll be like, am I really meant to do this? Do I thunder? I might have to jet and go back in my room if it is thunder. Okay. All right. Plowing. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to dive deeper in the fact of why do we procrastinate? So here we go. Okay, just to touch on some news, an article from Psychology Today explores a psychological reason behind procrastination, including the fear of failure. This article states that there is the whole fear of failure linked to procrastination, which I was hinting at last week because I totally got that. I was like, that I don't love the writing of pilot. I am pumped to write the pilot. So why am I procrastinating? And it's because I want to do so good at it that I didn't want to be terrible at it. And that's the ego. The coffee break confession. Here's a confession is I know I'm going to procrastinate. Like there's certain tasks, for example, my writing homework's due Monday in the morning. And despite I actually genuinely am busy, so I have to stop being hard on myself in that aspect. Like I work, a job, and then Wednesdays and Thursday nights I work day job in addition to that, plus until midnight. So I genuinely am busy. So like off. Here's the thing. There are times when I actually do have time to get it done earlier, but knowing that the homework is due Monday morning, you will find me doing it panicked and freaking out Sunday at midnight. I don't know what it is. Okay. So that's the confession, is sometimes I just know I'm going to procrastinate. What's the deal with that? Anyway, all right, let's dissect it, okay? Naturally, with every coffee break confession, I like to divide it up into, we overcome this situation with 3 theories, okay? So one theory is CBT. How could we use CBT to overcome this problem? Stoicism. Stoicism has a lot of wisdom to it. And third is law of attraction, quantum physics, whatever. Yes, stop. All right, here we go. I know, I felt the judgment. No, is a science to law of attraction. I'm not even kidding. If you don't believe me, look up the experiment where the scientist talked bad to the plants, and then he talked loving things to the plants. The ones that he talked bad to the plants, they were kaput. The ones he talked loving to the plant flourished. So my point is, there is a science to the law of attraction. It's just not wishful thinking. Anyway, stop. All right, we're staying on track here. Okay, so with this coffee break confession, with the confession of, I know I'm going to procrastinate, here's the research guided to solve it with CBT. Okay, so break down the tasks. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, so cute. Adorable. Is he a Jack Russell Terrier?
Okay. Breakfast, big guy.
Oh my gosh.
He's something. Hey, boy. Come on. He's 6. Okay, let's go.
Okay. 2, 1. Right. Okay. I just saw a really cute Jack Russell Terrier I'm obsessed with Jack Russell Terriers, so that was really cool. And I was just telling yesterday how I had a Jack Russell Terrier on my vision board. So I think it's a wink from the world. Get my Jack Russell. Okay, so coffee break confessions. I'm going to procrastinate. Here's the solutions according to perhaps CBT practice. And this is just, research. Okay. CBT, break down tasks, divide your tasks into smaller, manageable pieces to make them less daunting and more achievable. That is true. So instead of saving the whole thing till Sunday for me writing my pilot, or I'd do like 30 minutes a night. Set realistic goals, establish clear and attainable goals, and reward yourself for completing each step, which helps build motivation and reduce procrastination. Okay, so that's true. So while breaking down the goal into smaller pieces, perhaps I could have a goal while doing it. So not just do for 30 minutes, but have the goal of, for example, I had to revise my second act this week. So I did that all in one chunk, revise second act, plus write act 3. So instead of doing it all at once, I could have been like, all right, let me revise act 2 this day. Third, let me polish up my outline for act 3. Third day, let's write half of act 3. You know what I mean? Much more manageable. And I would have procrastinated less because it would have felt less a lot. That's not grammatically correct, but it is now. All right, here we go. Challenge negative thoughts. Identify and challenge thoughts like, I'll forget this done, with positive, realistic counter statements such as, I can start with a small part and work my way up. Ooh, that is really awesome. Yes. Okay. So challenge those negative thoughts. Instead, no lie, I'm binge eating chips. I'm like, all right. Instead of binge eating potato chips and binge watching Love Island USA, my friend Blaine got me into Love Island. Whoops. I could have been like, all right, I can start with a small part. It feels so much better when you do that. Okay. Anyway, hold on. Let me make sure we're still going. Good audio. Perfect. Okay. Negative thoughts. Now here's the Stoicism approach. Focus on what you can control. Direct energy towards the action I can't take rather than worrying about the outcomes. That is so true. I will worry away the outcome. I'll just be like, not even starting, because I'll be like, oh, what if it's terrible? What if I get, stop. Just focus on what you can do. Like an easy thing. It's hard, but it's easy in the sense of if you just snap at yourself and be like, just get it done. Like I almost have to gather my thoughts and be like, okay, so let's go this way. Be just marinating in the what ifs, and instead just focus on what you can do. Mindfulness, stay present moment, and concentrate on the task at hand. That's a great tip. I no lie, I just told you how I'll be freaking out about future stuff and it robs my present. Okay, perfection. Embrace the idea that perfection is unattainable and progress is valuable. So true. Perfection is unattainable. Give yourself the grace to grow. Okay, now of attraction and like a quantum physics approach. Here we go. Visualize success. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself successfully completing your outcomes. And also don't forget to visualize what will happen if you don't get it done. I think that's a big thing. Like, want to visualize the good stuff, but let's be real. If you don't get it done, that could, that has consequences, so positive affirmations. Okay. So I'm productive and focused. Good. Gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write things you're grateful for, including small accomplishments. And this helps you focus to positivity and abundance, which could reduce procrastination. Okay. That was Coffee Break Confession. People are coming. So embarrassing. Guys, we are manifesting a good place to set up shop to film and record. Okay. Here we go. Okay, daily challenge to overcome. So start a 10-minute creation journal. Dedicate just 10 minutes each day to work on your creative project. So like you dedicate just 10 minutes, it's so much more manageable instead of like so extreme. I'm like, oh, nothing. I'm always like, yeah, hours, we're going to work on it. And of course, who has 3 hours, especially like for myself, working 2 jobs and managing like relationships, all that, family. So Today's creative challenge is to just start work 10 minutes every day on your craft. Okay, it might lead to more. Like the short duration makes it less intimidating to build that consistent habit. And then once you build that consistent habit, it's so much easier. Okay, move on to trivia questions. What percentage of people admit to procrastinating regularly? Is it A, 10%, B, 20%, or C, 30%? And the answer is B, 20%. First was American Psychological Association. That's weird because I would have thought it was much higher. So I don't know about that. Maybe it's just you are hang out with, because all my friends are like, yeah, I procrastinate every day. Which ancient philosopher is known for the quote, "The secret to getting ahead"? Okay, person is known for the quote, "The secret to getting ahead is getting started." Is it A, Socrates, B, Aristotle, or C, Mark Twain? And the answer is C, Mark Twain. Okay, here we go. According to a study by the University of Calgary, what is a common reason for procrastination? Is it A, lack of interest, B, fear of failure, or C, poor time management? Answer is B, fear of failure, but I think it's all of those. It's all of those together, like these facts with a grain of salt. Okay, moving on to Dreamer's Delight. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath. Imagine yourself in a serene, beautiful garden. You see a path leading to a cozy bench under a flowering tree. Sit on the bench and feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Visualize a project you've been procrastinating on as a seed in your hand. Plant the seed in the soil and watch it grow into a strong, vibrant plant. See yourself nurturing it with care and feel the satisfaction of its growth. Open your eyes, feeling motivated and ready to take the first step towards your goal. So that was it's true, like have the power of planting the seed. When you can't see the flower with the seed, it feels a little daunting, but just trust that the seed will bloom into a beautiful flower. And sometimes it doesn't. I've definitely planted cute like flowers and they haven't bloomed, and that's okay. That's part of the growing thing, in which you still are ahead because you still can troubleshoot and grow from it. Like, all right, well, what happened? Why? You know what I mean? You get stronger. Okay, and now for the closing daydream section, a couple affirmations on the theme of procrastinating. I want you to take these with you today. I am capable of achieving my goals. Every step forward is progress. I embrace the process of learning and growing. I release the need for perfection and focus on progress. My creativity flows effortlessly when I take action. I'm committed to completing my projects. Every day, I'm becoming more disciplined and focused. Yay. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching the Coffee and Daydreaming Podcast. Please comment, leave a positive review on the podcast stuff like Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you have an issue related to creative process, procrastination, productivity, anxiety, and all that, like comment it below. I will do a deep dive and let's talk about it, because you're awesome. You're meant to do amazing things, and you are going to do amazing things. So yeah,